Brand new, brand new. That's what the South Side may get if the city council quits punting and passing the buck on voting in a new Walmart store. Alderman Howard Brookins and Alderman Fredrina Lyle are on opposite ends of the spectrum, but one thing's for sure, people need jobs. Later in the show, activist and Grammy Award-winning recording artist Rhymefest will explain his purpose for jobs in the L-Shay movement. Alderman Burke, Alderman Moore, Alderman Lyle could not be on the show tonight due to scheduling conflicts, but joining us now from the Tribune Tower is the 21st Ward Alderman Howard Brookins. Mr. Brookins, how are you this evening?
I'm good, Gerard. How are you?
You know, busy day for you today, a tough day, but break some of this stuff down. We saw that this particular item is getting ping-ponged throughout. I'm looking at the Finance Committee, the Rules Committee. What is going on here?
Well, you know, not since the Verdoli Act 2921 have there been so many procedural moves and posturing over a particular issue in the city of Chicago. But what happened today is that when we first put this ordinance in City Council, we asked that it go to the Finance Committee, which is where this thing normally would be heard. Alderman Burke at that time called another committee, which sent it to the Rules Committee. So today in the Rules Committee, Alderman Mell and Alderman Burke then moved saying that it properly belonged back in the Finance Committee, and there was a procedural vote to send it to the Finance Committee.
Wow, wow. It's a shell game. You know, this is terrible. It's like political posturing at its finest. Walmart has had a questionable past with wages, insurance, medical benefits, part-time, teenage workers, senior workers. What makes you think that a Walmart is worth the fight?
Well, one is worth the fight because we're in unprecedented times. Nowhere in this history, since I've been alive more than 45 years now, have we seen times this tough in our community. With unemployment in the Black American community looking at 20% and higher, depending on whose results you believe, with the number of killings, the number of shootings, the number of robberies, the number of garage burglaries in our community, and there's a clear correlation between unemployment and high crime rates. It's time to say yes. But more importantly, we've asked every other major corporation out there to locate in our ward, in the inner city as they call it, and they've said no. We've asked Costco, we've asked Dominick's, we've asked Sears, we've asked Kmart, you name it, any box of any size that would bring other traffic to that mall, we've asked them, they've all said no. Walmart is willing to become a true community partner and locate in that spot, and so why not them?
Alderman Brookins, do your constituents really want this Walmart, though?
Absolutely. Every place I go, and I was in a unionized grocery store this morning, and one of the workers who was represented by the United Food and Commercial Workers said, Alderman Brookins, I sure hope you get that Walmart. People in our community need jobs. They've done polls. They've called unprecedented. 1.3 million people were called yesterday, and overwhelmingly the polls say they want the Walmart in my ward.
Yeah, you know what? I'm reading something from CLTV.com/GML. Richard says, yep, expect low wages if this Walmart comes to 83rd and Stewart. So enjoy your low-paying jobs with no benefits. The city should be trying to help people and companies that do provide good jobs, help to start startups or stay in business. What do you say about that, Alderman?
Where are they? If they have a plan, put it on the table. We have a plan that will put 500 people to work immediately. It will put union electricians, carpenters, plumbers, brick masons, etc. Together and to work immediately building a $64 million store. People have used that rhetoric before, but we haven't been sitting on our hands for 4 years when this thing was initially shot down. There is no other business coming to the South Side.
So Alderman Brookins, are you looking at this short term? We need these 400 to 500 jobs immediately, plus this $10 million worth of tax revenue, or are you looking at this long term? Give me some long-term benefits, Alderman Brookins.
Clearly, with the long-term benefits, Walmart right now spends $19 billion with Illinois companies now. $6 billion with companies right here in the city of Chicago. They have agreed to allow and to help small business people get their products on their shelves, whether it is micro, whether they can only only go in one store or whether they can be nationwide or worldwide distribution with respect to their product. They've agreed. Go ahead.
As far as basic rhetoric, people say, oh, Walmart's put smaller stores out of business. Are you saying that there are few to no stores, therefore it can only help?
Well, people talking to abstract and in hypotheticals. We don't have to do that. Don't talk about what happened in Texas, a small town USA. I have 50,000 people that live in my ward alone. But we can look in Emma Mintz's ward, and where there was nothing, now it is an oasis. Where she has a Menards, she has banks, she has CVS pharmacies coming up. She has a bustling and a thriving business community.
Yeah.
Right now, I had an old steel mill that was rusting, contaminated with lead and PCPs, was an eyesore. Nobody was working there. And imagine if we put the Walmart store there, while there's now only a Lowe's and a Potbelly and a bunch of empty stores, we could have Old Navy, The Gap, Bed Bath & Beyond, restaurants, etc., tourism, and people coming to the South Side for something.
That sounds good to me. Alderman Brookins, in closing, talk to me. When it comes to this vote, how soon will this occur, and will the South Side have a Walmart?
Well, the soonest it could occur would be in September. I'm not optimistic that that's going to happen based on the gamesmanship that has been played around this particular issue, based on the strings that are being pulled by organized labor and other outside forces who are against Walmart. But we believe that the cause is right, the cause is noble. It is now the time to do this thing that people are truly hurting. I have senior citizens out there who want these jobs. I have teenagers who want these jobs. I got college kids who had no place to work this summer. We need this long term for the total revitalization of our community.
Yeah, Alderman Howard Brookins, 21st Ward. We appreciate you being on Garrard McClendon Live. It looks like you've got a lot of steam behind you as well with jobsorelse.com. Thanks a lot, Alderman.
I appreciate you.
All right, you have a good evening now.
You too.
Thanks to 21st Ward Alderman Howard Brookins. Stay tuned for socio-political flavor from Grammy Award-winning artist El Che, also known as Rhymefest. He talks jobs, Walmart, and how some politicians choose unemployment before 400 jobs. Call me and tell me your thoughts at 630-575-TALK. More Garrard McClendon Live shortly. Let's take a look at a comment.